racist bullying sort of term to say by the fact that it goes on about maybe Geordie saying with your if he was speaking to Geordie LaForge in The Next Generation, would he have said with your African American ingenuity, I'm sure the etc. etc.
This is a really good point that's being made here, and I had missed this one. Well done, Stuart. Your thoughts, Duncan? I mean, what you've got here is a guy, one of the characters, who is able to make fun of somebody's physical differences, which are solely that they are of a different race.
Which feeds into the peculiar thinking of people who might be members of the Ku Klux Klan, and I think it goes back to the point I was making earlier. And we've got these points down. The foundations are laid, and the brickworks is coming out brick by brick. And this isn't an isolated instance. Spock's treatment it runs through the whole Star Trek series, doesn't it? This guy would make, if you like, would be branded now racial slurs against a fellow crew member based on their country of origin or the colour of their skin or their appearance. Yeah. And I think it is starting to stack up.
I want to say in the defence of the series that it was made in the 1960s when things were slightly different. And I do remember personally seeing it for the first time and thinking how refreshing it was to see people from different countries functioning together. But Uhura was Token. She's the black lady who used to do All Hailing Frequencies Open Captain. And she was basically there because she had a cracking pair of pins, and that was why she was on a pedestal. Otherwise, she'd have been behind one of those things, but she wasn't. She was up there where we could see those terrific pins. And we also had a Scot. Remember? Okay, I sound like I'm testing people here, but what do we know about the relationship between the KKK and the Scots?
Exactly, the
hand in hand.
The Mason, Scottish Freemasonry organisation. So they've got a Scot on board the Enterprise as one of the main characters, and what's his name?
Scotty.
That's his name. His name is Scott, isn't it?
Yep.
So he's Scott twice over.
I can't do it, Captain.
That's up to she's gonna blow. And then there's Bones. Now he's the racist character, isn't he?
He is.
He's the doctor who keeps calling Spock pointy-eared, green-skinned, all that kind of thing. Half-breed. I think he calls him a half... Does he call him a half-breed ever? Or am I making that up? Okay.
Maybe.
All right. And where's he from? He's a good old southern boy.
He is, yep.
Isn't he from somewhere like Louisiana?
Something like that. Down that way, Virginia, something like that.
Missouri.
I honestly don't know.
But he's a good old boy.
Yeah.
So who have we got then amongst these main characters? We've got a half-breed. We've got a guy who played a KKK agitator in a major movie, and then alongside him we've got a Scot and a good old boy from Georgia.
I think, because you made this point earlier, Tommy, about William Shatner and his looks, and I don't think you can underplay or underestimate how the fact that he was this blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Aryan-looking man.
He was
the ultimate symbol of the white male race.
These are not his views. We have to stress that William Shatner himself, I'm sure, has perfectly acceptable philosophies and politics, but it may be that his image has been imbued, as far as some people are concerned, with that character, Adam Kramer, in the film The Intruder. And Stuart, you'll know this. Was there not a Star Trek episode in which they played Nazis?
There was a Star Trek episode about Nazis, yes.
And we saw them all in Nazi uniform?
We did, yes. Yep.
Kirk?
Yep.
Spock?
McCoy.
Bones was dressed as a Nazi.
Yep.
And what they went back in time to Nazi Germany.
Nazi Germany.
Or was it a country which was a planet that was ruled by the Nazis? It's interesting.
I'd have to go back and look at that. Yeah. Incidentally, McCoy. It doesn't say where he came from, but he was educated in Mississippi, so you would guess he was down that way.
Going back to what Stuart said earlier, I can't believe how many people actually see or have decided that they believe that Star Trek's got underrunning with racial undertones and all that. It's amazing. Just going through all the websites, people that say the Federation's all about keeping those other funny-looking races and species in their place under control of, the man.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. It was just a TV programme to me till today. I'm amazed.
Well, a lot of it's going on. Now, I don't think any sponsor, whether it was the KKK or Philip Morris or whoever, managed to get too much in terms of the creative into Star Trek. But we all know, and I know for sure, that whenever you come up with some kind of thing that's going to go on TV and somebody's put money into it, they do want some influence in it. And if they're a quasi-political organisation, then that's going to be certainly in the case of Star Trek, quite clearly, they want some of their symbolism, motifs, badges to be present. I'm not convinced, but I am impressed with you guys are bringing up loads of stuff now, Matt and Stuart working overtime in the Play Radio studio, about the inherent racism in Star Trek, which has to be interesting. Matt just mentioned the fact that the organisation is called the Federation. So it's a confederacy. Bit like the confederacy that started the KKK, who lost the war. I don't know. It's getting good, isn't it, guys? Let's pause. A quick reminder, if you want to see what we're doing here and you haven't been to experimentx.co.uk, if you go to experimentx.co.uk, if you've just picked up this live stream from Play Radio around the world, wherever you are, good day. It's Tommy, it's Stuart, Duncan and Matt and a whole load of people around the world talking about this evening the links between Star Trek and the Ku Klux Klan. If you want to catch up with what we're doing tonight and also find out ways in which you can contact us and watch the stream as well as listen to it, go to www.experimentx.co.uk, www.experimentx.co.uk. Our switchboard number is 01243 55 60 60, and you can email us in the studio. Stuart is fielding them. It's studio@playradiouk.com, studio@playradiouk.com.
The Human Zoo is now open. Call 01243 55 60 60. Skype us at play.radio.uk or email studio@playradiouk.com.
Play Radio UK now has its very own online store with its very own products. playradiouk.com/shop. You could be the proud owner of a Play Radio t-shirt, mug or even a teddy bear. There's a vast array of different products waiting for you to get your hands on, all at great prices. Check out the exclusive Play Radio UK range now only at playradiouk.com/shop. Play Radio UK. Just great music.
Audio stream loading. Playing the greatest hits of the 80s, 70s, and today. To planet Earth. Live from the south coast of England. This is Play Radio UK. Warning, the show you're about to listen to may contain strong language and the content might offend. Obstinately obtuse. This is the Tommy Boyd Show on Play Radio UK.
And tonight, our main topic is the link between Star Trek and the KKK. Purely because it's interesting to discover that there may have been a whole bunch of hidden messages, if nothing more or less than badges and emblems, reminding people about the KKK. Whether there was a link that changed the theme or the content of Star Trek, that's another discussion. But we'll take Skype calls. You want to Skype us, play.radio.uk.